The rich don't avoid debt. They use it to build wealth. What leveraging credit actually means. Leveraging credit isn't just borrowing money, it's using debt to buy things that pay you back. Wealthy investors don't use credit to buy stuff that loses value. They use it to buy income-producing assets. For example, instead of financing a luxury car that costs them money every month, they might use that same borrowing power to buy a rental property. The rent collected then covers the mortgage payment, taxes, and insurance maintenance costs and still leaves profit. So instead of working to pay off debt, the asset pays off the debt for them. That's leverage done correctly. Segment: How average people use credit wrong. Most people use credit to buy liabilities. Cars that depreciate. Furniture financed at high interest. Credit cards used for lifestyle upgrades. Phones, clothes, vacations. None of those produce income. They only create payments. So now your future income is already spent paying for past purchases. The wealthy try to do the opposite. They want assets paying for their lifestyle, not their job paying for debt. Segment: Asset versus liability reality check. If you stopped working tomorrow, would that purchase still put money in your pocket? Or would it keep sending you bills? Assets generate income or grow in value. Liabilities drain income. Credit isn't bad. Misusing credit is what traps people. The goal isn't to avoid debt. The goal is to make debt work for you. A real-world example of letting debt work for you through real estate, here's where things get controversial. People are told their home is automatically an asset. But if you're paying a mortgage for 30 years, plus taxes, insurance, maintenance, and repairs, that house is costing you money every single month. So in the short term, it behaves more like a liability. It only truly becomes an asset when it builds equity over time and its value holds or increases. It helps generate income. That's why some investors take a different approach. Instead of buying a single-family home, they buy a duplex or a small multi-unit property, live in one side, and rent out the other units. Now, the property helps cover the mortgage, sometimes completely, meaning your housing cost drops or even disappears. The asset starts paying for itself. But this strategy depends on your risk tolerance and experience level. If you're new or cautious, starting with a small duplex or single rental property can be a manageable step. If you're more experienced and comfortable managing risk, you might leverage credit to control multiple properties, creating several income streams instead of just one. The key difference? One path keeps you paying forever. The other builds assets that start paying you.